Hello guys, welcome to another Video Talk marathon. Tonight I will be talking about Norman J. Warren, a British film director mostly known of his horror films, who passed on unfortunately 11th of March this year 2021. Here I have Powerhouse Pictures box of his horror films. It contains 5 movies: Satan's Slave, Prey, Terror, Inseminoid and Bloody New Year. Now, I have only seen 3 of these and I don't remember anything, but this is now Norman J. Warren Marathon. I'm not gonna do it on one evening because there's lots to be watched, including the extras. Yeah, I'm gonna watch extras too, and maybe I'm gonna learn some new things about Norman J. Warren, which I'm going to share with you. But I'm gonna be watching one of these per evening, and I'm gonna be posting one separate video in a single playlist for your entertainment. So I guess I better start working on this bad boy, yeah. So now I have watched the first film from this awesome box, the first horror feature from Norman J. Warren. It is a story about this young girl called Catherine that has these premonition powers, these kind of telepathical powers, that she sees these visions about these strange guys in their hoods and doing these sacrificial things. She is going to go with her father to visit her uncle that she has never seen, and on the trip to the uncle's house they run into a car accident and father dies. When she wakes up she notices that she has been taken care of by her uncle, Uncle Alexander, played by Michael Colt, the man who is best known of his role as Tim Burton's Batman films Alfred. Also there's Stephen, played by Martin Potter and his girlfriend or wife, whatever. And as the film opens, we did see the scene when Stephen kills one girl, and in the international version this scene is very much more disturbing because the international distributors demanded that there's gotta be more sleaze, there's gotta be more edginess to that scene and raunchiness, and so they included this scene where Stephen threatens the girl with the scissors. That's a kind of nasty scene, and it kind of alters the film for that character because in the UK cut you could possibly think that this is this killing happened by accident. Yeah, he's a creepo dude, but in the international cut it makes him look a more vicious and maniac person. So strange things happen in this manner, and Catherine finds herself surrounded by this occultist conspiracy. So what's going on? Well, there's Satan worshippers and strange visions and of course bloody murder, yes. Yeah, the film is cool and all that, and I can imagine that this was a big deal when it first came out, you know. In 1976, and UK horror cinema has not being matched with this kind of gore letting. Yeah, the Brits were used to these kind of softer Hammer films and Amicus films, and the violence and nudity in those films was a bit tame compared to Satan's Slave. Norman J. Warren knows how to make a solid film, and it's got atmospheric music and pretty good performances, but I have one problem with this film, and that is it's a bit slow. It's very slow in places. Now, this film could have used some trimming down. Like in the extras, the director mentions that he cut away from this tea party scene, which ran too long and it was so talky. And also in the commentary, director says that this film is quite dialogue heavy. I do agree. This is almost 90 minutes, so if they would have shortened it, like a little under 80 minutes, so I think it would have done a lot of good for this film. I would give this film Yeah, 3 star, weak 3 stars, but let's go for 3 stars because it's so slow, and I do have to say that I was a bit bored, especially around the 1 hour mark. Yes, special effects were pretty good for that time, and I especially like the scene where this nail knife is stuck in the guy's eye. Now that's nasty, and it still stands on to this date. And whoa, it was gory. And also there was this scene where this Steven character, the insane rapist guy, he stabs in a flashback. He stabs one girl. That was pretty gory. And also there is this Satan occultist worshipping rites that were pretty graphically shot, and also with a lot of female nudity. I'm not a big fan of these kind of occult things, so that the topic does not, fascinate me too much, but yeah, it is what it is. The packaging of this thing is very awesome. All these films come in these cardboard boxes, and these are very stylish indeed. We have some kind of original poster that every film has on their side sleeve, and also the disc looks very tasty. Yeah, and it was loaded with special features. There was a new 2K restoration on this disc, and it looked awesome, my man. Yeah, sure, it got film grain, and it's not technically on par with modern day films, of course not. There were 2 audio commentaries, both with director Norman J. Warren, and in the first commentary there was screenwriter David McGillray, and that was recorded in 2004, and that was probably recorded for the Anchor Bay DVD release. And the second commentary was with director and composer John Scott, and that was recorded for this Blu-ray 2019. And there was this new documentary, an interview with Norman J. Warren, Before the Blood, 29 minutes, as Norman J. Warren recalls the making of the film, and he seems a very jollyful chap and very talkative about his career. One request I would have for Powerhouse film: could you add subtitles also to the documentaries? Because there's so many interviews that if I want to save some time, I could watch them twice the speed and still watch the subtitles, so that would save me some time. And also, for non-English persons, it is easier to follow. Yeah. And then there was other documentary, All You Need Is Blood, 30 minutes, and it is a vintage document about the making of the film. You can see these outtakes that they recorded, and this documentary, I believe it was made for this Blu-ray from this found footage that they managed to get somehow from somewhere. And then there was also outtakes, 33 minutes, all of the, I believe this is all the material that they found somewhere. And then there's legacy documentary, the making of the Creation of Satan from 2004, 30-minute archival documentary from the previous DVD box, and also archival documentary Devilish Music, 30 minutes, about the composing of the film. Yes, there was 2 deleted scenes from the film narrated by Norman J. Warren. These scenes were in black and white because they did use those days black and white work print, so these things did not survive to see this year with their color. And my favorite extra was the Censoring of Satan's Slave, a 15-minute documentary about the cuts that BBFC made to the film when it was released in 1976. Now, I'm a censorship buff, and these things interest me very much. Blu-ray includes both versions, the international cut and also the UK cut, but UK cut has its cuts restored, and only one exception there is this scene which I described earlier, where this Steven character threatens with scissors this lady at the beginning, and that is the director's cut with the tamer version of that scene, because he didn't like this international cut, this gruesome cut of that scene. In fact, they went on location and shot more material in order to sell the film to Japan. So that concludes the first round of Bloody Terror, the Norman J. Warren Marathon. Tell me in the comments what did you think, and also remember to subscribe to the channel that you won't miss the next episode, which is coming tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching Prey next, and as far as I remember, I have seen it, and I don't think it was too special film, but let's see how does it look on this great Blu-ray release from Powerhouse Indicator Films, yes. And also, I will put in the description the link to get this Blu-ray box from Amazon. So if you like to support the channel, hit that link below and get this bad boy, because this is definitely something that you must have in yourself, especially if you are a fan of British horror and classic vintage horror. It's an awesome box. But now I'm gonna go watch Prey. See you tomorrow.